This video is pretty much an extended version of a reel that I did a few days back on my Instagram account where I actually shared how I quit my job and why I quit my job in 2016, and I never worked again in my entire life for any company out there. And the content of this video is basically for those of you who want to actually quit your job and that want to be free when it comes to time and of course financial freedom in 2025. So if you actually want to quit your job in 2025 and become a day trader, I'm here to give you 6 steps that you need to follow in order to achieve that goal as soon as possible. So let's begin. Hey everyone, Christian here on YouTube. Welcome to a brand new video for the channel. Today I'm gonna talk about how you can quit your job in 2025 and become a day trader full time. But hey, if you're new to my channel and you're into Forex, crypto, or any type of making money online, then this channel is for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below and activate that notifications bell icon so that you get a notification for every video that I upload. That being said, let's begin. The first question that you want to ask yourself is, do you want to quit your job? Because look, if you don't want to quit your job, then this is probably just a moot point. There's no reason why you're watching this video. But I'm pretty sure that if you follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or anywhere, then you probably do want to quit your job. And the reason why I ask you if you want to quit your job is because in the end, that's going to determine everything for this 2025. If you're happy with your job and you just want to continue there, awesome. This information is going to help you out in the end, but that's going to help you out since step 3 and above. But if you want to quit your job, step number 1 is just going to be the most important one of all of them. But answer yourself, do you want to quit your job? And I want to make this like some sort of pretty help each other's video. Leave in the comment section below what job do you have and why you want to quit it. Maybe someone is going to reply to your comment with a similar job or something like that. Put in the comment section below right now what's your job and more importantly why you want to quit it. Before I start with the step number 1, I want to let you know that for this 2025, I'm actually fully focused on one target, which is a new plan that I want to create to help as many of my subscribers to quit their jobs and to be free in 2025. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I just call it Freedom Plan for 2025. But I'm still working on a lot of things like trying to arrange how is this going to work, but pretty much it's going to be a personalized mentoring from me to you in order to help you quit your job. Now, obviously, this is not going to be psychology so that you can, be brave and quit your job. No, it's not going to be it. It's pretty much helping you get the money that you need in order to quit your job and be free when it comes to time, when it comes to money and everything. The target of this plan is that we can connect on a weekly basis, put ourselves tasks, homework, so that you can actually, at the end of 8 weeks, you can say, hey, I'm making this much money constantly. I can quit my job and I can be free. But be subscribed to this YouTube channel to be alert and join my free Telegram channel is in the description because I'm going to keep you guys updated once this plan is ready so you can join me and we can start building the foundation so that you can quit your job in 2025 and be free for the rest of your life. Keep that in mind. Step number 1 in order to quit your job in 2025 is ask this question to yourself if you don't know it yet, or write it down, is how much do you need in order to live? We're talking about live. We're not talking about, hey, I like partying on Fridays and so I need. No. How much do you need to live? Rent, food, electricity, internet connection, because you're going to need it, debts if you have any, and your children, whatever. How much do you need to live? We're not talking about having a Starbucks Frappuccino every 2 days. No. How much do you need to live? Write it down. Piece of paper. I always prefer paper and handwriting when I try to write down my goals and stuff because I don't know, I feel more committed than a computer. But yeah, write it down. This is how much I need. Do the math. You can pause this video, do the math, hey, this is rent, this is food, this is electricity. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna round it up. I need $1,000. So $1,000 is what I need to live. Fine. Step number 1, covered. Let's go to step number 2. Step number 2, how much do you have to invest? Because look, if you're looking for a video how to start day trading with no money and start making money, this is not the video. Unfortunately, you do need money in order to invest. Otherwise, how are you gonna do it? The coolest thing is that you don't need that much money in order to start making money, especially nowadays. But how much money do you have to invest? Like, write it down. Not in the comments, just yourself, right? How much do you have? Or if you want to put it in the comments, go ahead and do it. I can go ahead and reply with the best plan for you, but write it down. Let's say that you said $300. Hey, Chris, I don't have $300. It's just an example. The minimum is $50, but let's say it's $300. If you have $300 to invest, this is something really important. Like, put it aside. I know you don't have the cash, maybe you do, but you still need to convert it in order to deposit. But let's say that you have $100. Let's just put it there, the $100 bill. This is what I have, Chris. What can I do? I'm gonna give you two options so you can turn that money into real and significant money that can help you quit your job. And that's step number 3. You need to choose whether you're gonna trade with a funded account or with a broker's account. Let me say that again. You need to choose whether you're gonna trade with a funded account or with a broker's account. What is a funded account? For those of you who are not familiar, like, what is this? A funded account basically is a company that allows you to buy a bigger liquid account so you can trade with it and split the profits. It's like having a neighbor, and this neighbor has $10,000 in the bank, and he's like, I don't know how to trade. And you go and say, hey, I can use that money because I know how to trade. And when I make the profits, we split the profits. So if I make $1,000, you get to keep $50. I get to keep $950. How's that? Now, he's not going to trade. He's not going to do anything. He's just going to lend you the money, and you can split the profits and keep the $10,000, of course. That's a funded account. So funded account companies or prop firms is basically companies that actually allow you to buy a funded account, and then you can trade with their money. Now, one thing, obviously, they're not just going to trust anyone. So you need to prove that you're a good trader in order for them to give you real money. So they give you these challenges. Most of the times it's 2-step or 1-step. Doesn't matter. For instance, you can buy a $5,000 account with $48, as you can see right here, $48. So if you had $100, you have a $100 bill right here. Here's the deal. You can even get a $10,000 account. Hey, let's buy a $10,000 account. Or if you have less than 100, let's buy a $5,000 account. What is it that I need to do? Well, I need to actually make 8% profits to pass phase number 1 and then go to phase number 2. Hey, I want to just go with 1 step. These are the prices. It changes. By the way, company I'm using, I fully recommend for funded company, Ola Prime. I'm having the link in the description of this video. They have payouts, 1-hour payouts, and split profits up to 95%. So if you make $10,000, you keep $9,500 for yourself, and they get to keep $500. Insanely deal, available worldwide, entire world. Go to the link in the description of this video. Maybe you want to check this out along with me. So yeah, once you approve and make the 8%, phase number 2, you got a new challenge, and they're like, hey, I see you're good. Let's see if you can repeat that. And it wasn't just luck. You make 5%, $500. Once you do that, there's 2 things happening. Yes, you're gonna get your own funded account with the same amount of money. Now, if the next month you make the $800 one more time, you get to keep 95% of it, which I don't know how much is it, but you get to keep 95% of it. If you make $1,000, you keep 95% of it. If you make $10,000, you double the account, you know what I mean. Obviously, that's very unusual, but you get to see where I'm going, right? But in addition, they're gonna return the investment fee that you had, the fee for buying the funded account, which in this case was $89. They're not just gonna give you the $89, they're gonna give you $89 twice as a reward for passing the challenge, proving that you're a good trader. Why is it that these companies actually work like this? It's basically because they have bigger accounts, and when they find a good trader who's constantly making money, they copy their trades into their main account. So imagine that you have a $100,000, or let's say a $10,000 account, and they have a $500,000 account. You make 10% profits in your $10,000 account. That's $1,000. You're happy. But guess what? They have a $500,000 account. So the same 10% that you made That's $50,000 for them. So this is how these prop firms actually work. You play with their money, but you need to prove that you're good in order for them to copy your trades and make money and then you're all happy. Everybody's happy. Does that make sense? That's how they work. And that's the reason why. So when you become a good trader, it's okay for them to give you $200 back or $1,000 back if they're making 50 grand out of you. Does that make sense? That's how it works. If by any chance you don't actually want to go with a funded account, you can also trade with a broker. It's really up to you. With a broker, if you have $100, you put in the $100 in and you trade with the $100. What's the downside? I think it's pretty, evident. You make a lot more money with a funded account than you can make with a broker, right? Unless you have $10,000, $20,000 to invest into the broker and you can make $1,000, $2,000 yourself. I assume 99% of people don't have that money. Otherwise, you would have quit already. Assuming that you don't have that much money, then I recommend you to go with a funded account. Again, I'm having the link to it in the description of this video with Ola Prime and fully recommend it. Yeah. All right. So step number 4, you already know how much you need to make in order to live. You already know how much you're going to invest. You either buy a funded account or open a brokerage account. Now it's actually time to step number 4, which is choose your trading schedule. This might sound super simple, but it changes the game a lot. What I mean is, if you trade like a crazy chicken, one day at 7 a.m., the second day at 9 a.m., the third day at 5 p.m., the other day at midnight, and the other day again at 7 p.m., you're just not gonna make money. If you know a guru, hey, this guru actually makes money during the entire day, fine, follow him. I don't know why you're here. I'm telling you, if you trade at different schedules, you're never gonna become profitable. You have to have a schedule. Why, Chris? Is this just one discipline technique? No, it's because the market, I can curse in the video because otherwise I'm not gonna get monetized for it. In the market, you're gonna see similar movements every day at the same freaking time, okay? I trade US 30 and NASDAQ, and I trade at 13:30 GMT every day, 7:30 Central Standard Time, every freaking day. I don't change that. 7 a.m. every day, 6:30 I'm up, analyzing the market. I trade at 7 to 9 a.m. The markets move very similar. So choose a schedule. Doesn't have to be mine. You get to choose yours, especially if you still have a job, then you probably are limited to choose your own schedule, but stick to your schedule. There are strategies for every schedule. I know strategies for London session, which is 2 a.m. for me. I know Asian sessions has their own strategies and so on. Step number 4, choose your schedule. Step number 5, do not trade with bots. My God, Chris, what are you saying? You're always talking about this expert advisor, BLW Auto Trader. Yeah, and he's extremely good. But if you actually want to quit your job, you cannot rely on a bot. Why? I'm going to give you just 2 reasons. There's more, but I'm just going to give you 2. What happens if the robot has 1, 2, or 3 bad months? You can't control that. What are you going to do? Get a new job? Number 2, what happens if the broker or the funded company that you're working with doesn't allow bots just because they don't want to? What are you going to do? You see what I mean? You cannot depend on a bot. Only depend on yourself. If something goes wrong, if you need to even change the company you're working with, the funded company, you can make money anywhere because it's all up to you, not someone else, not a bot, and not anything. Do not trade with bots. Step number 4. Step number 5. Step number 5. Trading alone or trading with experts. Which one, Chris? What should I do? What do I mean trading with experts? Trading with experts basically means following someone else's instructions. This that you see right here is the BLW Signals Group. Yep. Thank you very much. BLW Signals Group, blwsignalsgroup.com. I have the link in the description of this video. What happens with this group is that this is an actual website where you can join me and other experts and make money all together. What we do is that we analyze the market and we send you the trades that you need to place. You just place them and that's it. Are we profitable? Extremely profitable. Even in December, we made over 100% increase in accounts based on our trades. You can trade along with us or you can trade alone. What are the pros and cons? Good question. A pro of trading alone is that you don't need anyone. You can just do it on your own. That's a pro. 97 out of 100 traders fail. Being part of those 3% is really hard, but you get to trade on your own. You don't need anybody. Pro number 2 of trading on your own is that even if I, can't work anymore and you're part of the community, but I close it, which could happen. I can get bored, just close it. You don't need it. You can just trade on your own and you can pretty much defeat any situation. Now, pros of trading with experts in this case is that you're not alone. Someone is guiding you through the process of making money. Now, we've had the BLW Signals Group since 2016. So that's 8 years. It has changed throughout the years, but it's still there. And it's probably gonna be there for another 8 years. If you want to have 8 years of profits trading along with an expert, you can do that. That's a pro. Pro number 2, you get to join a community of traders. So when you trade on your own, it doesn't mean that you cannot join any other community, but it's different when you join a community where we are all trading the same things. In the BLW Signals Group, you get to actually see people who place the exact same trade that you placed, and maybe they won and you didn't. And you're like, hey, what happened there? Why is that? And you learn something new. Or you get to win and someone else lost, and that person is gonna be, whoa, what did I do wrong? And then you can teach him. Does that make sense? So you're part of a community who are trading the exact same thing. In my opinion, it's better to be part of a community. But this is not a sales pitch. Don't join me. Join anyone you want. But the point is that it's better when you are part of a community. Okay? Step number 5, choose. Are you gonna trade alone or are you gonna trade with experts? You get to choose. Step number 6 and the last one is create a timeline. Look, you can have all the dreams you want. You can be one of those dreamers who want to be millionaires. You get to see mansions. You get to see the Lamborghinis. You get to see the watches. And you're like always dreaming. That's awesome. But without a timeline, you're not going to know ever when you're going to reach your target. There's a difference between a dream and a target. A target is something that you're working for. A dream is something that you're hoping that it happens. Have a target. Don't have a dream. Have a target. Have a target. Let's say, I don't know, I'm a teacher. I'm an engineer. Doesn't matter. And by June, I want to quit my job. I'm not happy at it. I just want to be free. I want to have time to spend with my family, with my friends, with my children, with my cats, with my dogs. I want to travel. I don't want to be attached to any schedule. I want to be free. Fine. By June, you want to quit your job. Awesome. That gives you a timeline. That gives you a timeline where you actually need to choose step by step what is it that you're going to be doing. If by any chance, go like this. June, that gives me 6 months since starting right now. So at the end of January, I want to have at least, I don't know, I want to save the $50 to buy my $5,000 account. Doesn't matter. First target. February, I want to be at least past phase number 1. March, I want to pass phase number 2. At the end of April, I want to make my first withdrawal. So depending on how much you need, that's how much you make most of the times. So let's say that you need $500 to live, because there are countries like mine where you just live with $500. I'm assuming you have $50 to buy a $5,000 account. You can make 10% per month. So by the end of May, you should be making at least $500, right? Because you have a $5,000 account. If you needed $1,000, then you probably can spend $100 into the first funded account and so on. You can do the math. By the end of June, I should be making over $500 a month. You see the timeline? I'm giving you 6 months to quit your job. You can do it in 3 if you work harder or if you have more money to invest. That's a timeline. So the step number 6 is create a timeline. And let me know in the comments. Look, in the end, I remember back in 2016 when I was like all hyped about this day trading thing and I wanted to quit my job. I always were like sharing with people like, hey, I'm thinking about by this month, I'll be making this. And people were like, hey, you can do it. You know what I did? I did this, I did that. So people were supporting me in the comments. So put in the comments your timeline. I know there's gonna be people who are actually gonna feel like connected to your timeline and they can actually contribute with something with your target as well. But that's the 6 step. If by any chance you need to rewatch this video, which you should, save it on your favorites. Rewatch all the steps. See which one. You can realize that none of them is actually hard. There's no secret here, and there's no such thing as that's something I cannot do. I mean, if you're watching this video, you can do all of these freaking steps. If you don't make them, it's just because you don't want it that hard. You kind of want it, right? So yeah, there you go. And before I finish with this video, I want to give you an invitation. Look, I mentioned that I'm having a plan for freedom in 2025. So I'm going to link the website to that plan in the description of this video so you can understand what it is. At the moment that I'm releasing this video, it's not ready. But if you're watching this after a few months, then it's probably ready. And I want to do this so much because I want at the end of the target or the timeline to be saying, hey, this amount of people quit their jobs, now they're free. And maybe in the future, once many people quit, we can all say, hey, you know what? Let's meet, I don't know, in England, in London. Let's have a meetup, you know? And we can all travel now because we're all free, and we can buy a freaking airline ticket because we're free, or I can even buy them for you, you know, as a reward for being a great student and achieving your goal. And like, hey, buy this airline ticket, meet me over there in London, in Italy, in Rome, whatever, in Paris. Go to the website, register, and start your journey with me today. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video, and if you did, smash the like button, support this YouTube channel as usual, and I'll be reading your comments within the next few days. Hopefully I can see you within 6 months saying, hey, I'm coming back in this video to just let you know that I quit my job already. So hopefully you enjoyed the content. Be subscribed for more videos like this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day.